What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my video. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. We have top 10 famous rappers talking about the one, the only B-Rabbit, Marshall Mathers, Eminem, the real Slim Shady. Let's go. Reason I'm doing this, I'm of course huge Eminem fan. Always have been pretty much since I started listening to rap music. You know, Dre, going all the way back, and his influences. And all of the influences that influence all of the, well, a lot of the young rappers aren't necessarily influenced by, you know, the OGs like Rakim, Cool G Rap, Kool Moe Dee, the Treacherous 3. Some of those groups, man, they're so fantastic. Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious 5. But today we're talking about M, and I'm sure he would say like his big influences were guys like Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and I love how he always, in his music, and especially today, like he's always shouting out the people that came before him and the MCs that came before him that influenced him. So let's see what these other rappers have to say. Give me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Are you an M fan? Because there's a lot of slander. That's you know, there's a lot of slander these days in the online circles for the dude. So, and he doesn't deserve it, man. Dude's amazing. Let's check it out.
The accolades to connect to the performance of my music.
50 Cent in the club. That era was just incredible. That era when, you know, Patiently Waiting, that song. The way M comes in, his rhyme scheme, I'll shoot through your Isuzu. Take some big and some pop, mix them up in a pot, sprinkle a little Big L on top. You got the illest and realest killers tied up in a knot. Juggernauts of this rap shit, like it or not. It's like a fight to the top.
I don't have the trophies that match how big the actual records are. The one Grammy I have is for Crack a Bottle. I couldn't even have that without him. You know, and that's why I have so much value for him, not just in my
Hold up.
In my career.
Let's make sure we got some volume. We gotta hear what 50's saying
here. Just in my life, because he's a guy that, one of my best friends, because I can trust that he's gonna be honest with his constructive criticism when it's time to listen to the music before it goes out. He's the only person that did things that I wanted to do. He had the Marshall Mathers LP with 23 million records sold with flags all around the plaque, and I was like, yo, I want that kind of success.
I was just basically extremely nervous, you know, last year getting on the Grammy.
Young Drake, of course, Drake is now like the biggest thing ever.
Stage.
I don't really listen to Drake,
and he was just like, man, you know, he's like, just enjoy it. He didn't tell me, like, you know, a lot of people would be like, oh, it's nothing, he didn't make it seem like it's not a big.
And M absolutely killed that single Forever, which was, I believe, off Relapse Refill, and of course he comes in at the end and just slaughters Nuts They Go, Shady and Macadamia and Nuts They Go, but no.
Big deal. He was like, but if you need reassurance before your verse comes, he's like, look at me, man, I'll give it back to you. You know, like, he was like, just look at me and I will reassure you that you belong on that stage. And I did. I came out there, I looked right at him, and he nodded at me, and that's when I knew, like, I'm okay up here, you know. And
I belong here.
And we had like an amazing rap Grammy performance.
I would say it's not rap. It's not rap. It's a lifestyle. It's a culture, and it's for everybody now. You know what I mean? I feel like back in the day, more rap was just for a certain type of person. You had to go through certain things. You had to know certain words and criteria to be in the rap scene.
Was it originally black?
Yes.
Now it's everything.
It's everything, yeah.
My kids listen.
Wiz Khalifa, what's that one? He's got one really catchy song. Is it Black and Yellow or something?
Yeah, there's a lot of, man, one of the greatest rappers is Eminem, and he's white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
So it's like, not only the color has changed, but just the thought process behind it.
Another question, Game. What
Game.
do you think of Recovery?
Classic. I love it. Yeah.
M's back? Eminem is Eminem. If you notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever wants a problem with.
Nobody wants to fuck with him.
Man, Eminem is like the most lyrically insane. Even when I was going at 50, and me and Dre wasn't seeing eye to eye, man, I stayed away from the white dude, because he a problem. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, I don't think it's a rapper he won't slay.
And M and The Game, they also had a really good collaboration. I forget the name of that single, but it slaps. It kind of sounds almost a bit similar to Patiently Waiting. I'm guessing it was produced by Eminem as well.
You don't even want a war with Eminem. He crazy.
M is nasty.
You don't want a war
care what color he
with
is.
M.
I don't care none of that, man.
You got Rakim, the God MC, saying M is nasty. I don't care what color he is. You have perhaps one of the greatest wordsmiths, one of the greatest, Rakim, the God MC, and he is co-signing M. So, haters.
Now, real artists respect real artists, man. And especially like a conscious artist that sits down to write.
Real artists.
And when he hears another artist that sits down and does his writing, and he know, brother, nasty. You know what I mean? Regardless, you can't take nothing away from his thoughts and his pen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And M is nasty, man. I tell people to this day, if M was black,
check out my melody. Follow the leader. Rakim, his first 4 albums with Eric B were just amazing, man.
He'd be
Lyrics of Fury, Microphone
if M was
Fiend.
black, he'd be the next Muhammad Ali, man.
Follow the leader.
What was that like? I mean, you gotta
Nikki.
I'm a fan of hip hop, so you gotta give us some. What was that?
Nikki can
like
rap.
Collaborating with.
Oh,
Eminem he just is, right? He's like.
who remembers that bar off of Fastlane? You know what bar I'm talking about. M's bar.
I mean, we went out on a whim and just put it in the air, that it would be great if M would collaborate with us for Pink Friday, and I didn't think it was gonna happen. I mean, I remember we kept talking about it, and I kept thinking
Dungeon Dragon.
I really was saying in my head, I know it's not gonna happen, but it doesn't hurt. So I sent him one record, and he didn't love it. And
Roman's Revenge. That's what it's called.
No, because he didn't say. Artists talk to artists differently. He didn't say I didn't love it, but he just said, "Could you send me something that's a little bit more me?" So I understood that because I'm an artist, and I've had to say the same thing to people. So I remember I sent an email back and I said,
Yeah, M, when it comes to being off the microphone, seems to be really humble. He's got a certain humility. It seems to me, from just observing, and respect. If respect is given, he's going to be respectful in his interactions. I think where people get into trouble is when they're really disrespectful, and then he's going to come and just kill you on the microphone.
Remember, I sent an email back and I said, I want to thank him just for saying that, just for having enough respect. Because some people, like, you'll send them and you'll ask them, if they would work with you, and sometimes they won't even respond or say anything. Yeah. But like with M, he had the respect at least to treat me like a peer and say, you know what, I think it's dope, but I don't think it's me. And I just was like, I respect that so much.
Criticism.
That, you try to sound like Eminem, and I know he's an influence of yours. Is that a compliment?
Charlemagne, he's funny sometimes, but he's annoying. Mostly. He's just like he's an instigator. He stirs the pot.
I respect that so much.
Social media is that you try to sound like Eminem, and I know he's an influence of yours. Is that a compliment or an insult? Because no rapper wants to be considered an imitator.
Yeah, I take it as a compliment because I'm a student of the game first before I jump in any type of booth.
K-Dot.
I know my history well, from Eminem albums to Pac albums, Dre to Snoop. So, they hear elements and different pieces like that.
Dre, Snoop.
And, so big.
Biggie.
Eminem is, one of the greatest of all time. And nobody can take that from him. I can't take it. New artists can't take it. No, nothing. That boy
Charlemagne is so mad right now.
It's out of his world, excluding the fact of whatever racial
in his head
color. Hip hop is hip hop, and he got it.
Let's say an Eminem call you. You can only work with one or the other. Who do you pick?
Logic.
Hey, didn't even let me finish.
So this is an old video, but obviously that came true with the track Homicide, which was crazy. Chicka chicka chicka, like some shady.
I sent it.
I'm sorry. Jay-Z is incredible. I hope I get the opportunity to work with him, but Eminem, because he's gonna rap. So I gotta make sure I do my best to keep up.
Okay.
Jay-Z, that's just swag. That's just having a good time. You know what I mean? So.
Sure. I don't think Nas is bigger than Eminem. You know, obviously Eminem is the biggest rapper of all time, statistically. You know what I'm saying? And Eminem is like definitely sold more records, but as far as artistry and impact on the culture, I think they're in the same category. Nas, Eminem, Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac, you know what I'm saying?
I'm very excited about tonight. Tell us about...
I think that was Big Sean. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
Your friendship, your relationship with Eminem. Where did it begin? How's it going? And what does he think of me?
Yeah, we did a song on my album, Blueprint, the first one, because I got like a lot of them. But the first one, we did a song called Renegade.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. David Letterman. Yeah. I've been, you know, banging that in the whip. Absolutely. I've been listening to that. Yeah. Like David Letterman. I don't know. I've been bumping it. Yep.
And it was really good. It was really, really good.
And what the tours strike? It's not a tour.
You make really good songs, you become friends.
Yeah, it's a.
And with me and my brother Chris Calico on it already, and sending our verses to him and hearing him say, "Man, Calico killed it. You guys killed it." That's like the best rapper telling you that. You know what I'm saying? So your head is already inflating. Like
I know y'all was dancing in the studio. You was up in there, ooh, back to your b-boy days.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
It was like it was validation. Now, keep in mind that we already knew that we were MCs. You know, we always known that we just murdering everybody for real lyrically.
Chopper flow.
But to hear it from the guy that murders everything, you know what I'm saying, is a smiley thing. You know what I'm sizzling? It's a happy as thing.
Did he just say, you know what I'm sizzling? Know what I'm saying? It's all good, know what I'm saying? Any Trailer Park Boys fans? J-Rock? It's too many know what I'm sayings, man. Like 2, 3, 4 know what I'm sayings is fine, but 99 know what I'm sayings? There's too many know what I'm saying? What do
you see that? You know what I mean?
That's why we got it.
Let me tell you something, man. From my own opinion,
Yellow Wolf,
the greatest rapper alive, and probably there ever will be, is Marshall Mathers. You know, and I swear to God, I'm not saying that because I was saying that before I was signed.
You got Eminem, who's been in the game for so long. What's it like to be invited to be on a tour with him, and what's it like to tour Australia with him and be, I guess, friends with Eminem?
Well, man, for me, I'm sure for him too, but I speak for myself. I'm such a huge Eminem fan, and especially from his first 3 albums, I was like all the way in. You know what I mean? I'm still all the way in because he's...
That album run is one of the craziest things ever. Like, you can put that up against pretty much any other MC, and he's gonna go toe to toe with Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, and the Eminem Show. Crazy records. And I think Encore, like when you listen to Encore, there's some tracks on there that are absolutely incredible. But of course, there's all of like that silly shit. And the thing is, even the silly tracks, like they have entertainment value, and they're produced by Dre. And then Relapse is also incredible. Recovery, I didn't like as much as Relapse, but it's still an absolutely incredible piece of work. And then you got up to Marshall Mathers LP 2, which is mostly great. I did not feel Revival at all. There's a few tracks, there's maybe 4 or 5 tracks that are very, very solid on that album. And then you got up to Kamikaze, which was just like a sort of response album when he just got pissed off again. And it sounded fantastic. I know a lot of people didn't like it because he sounds bitter and all of this. No. It's like, they said, my last album, I sounded bitter. No, I sound like a spitter. You know, he was spitting. And then I think he's in a good place now with Music to Be Murdered By and the newest B-side, and the flow that he's settled into. I think he's in a saddle. Sort of like he's not screaming. No, his flow on Recovery when he was like yelling all the time. I like this smoother flow, but he can still kick it fast if he wants. And it's just so in the pocket, intricate. He is too focused on punchlines, I think, at this point, though. Like just the raw construction and then punchlines. Like he's all about the syllables, the punchlines, and not necessarily more so about some of the content-driven songs. Like I want to hear more stuff like No Regrets from Music to Be Murdered By, like real content, substance, instead of just constant punchlines, which are cool, but give us No Regrets, or release more songs like that. I can't really think of any on side B. I mean, Zeus has got a little bit, and I don't know, but
it's still amazing. But you know, that was a point in my life, a very pivotal point in my rap career. My rap, my first song I ever made was literally just biting Eminem and Nas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you go listen, you would hear both influences. And I feel like when you start rapping in the beginning, you really just take all your influences, and you just rap like them until eventually you become who you are from all these influences.
Yeah.
And
It's a
he
melting pot, right?
Yeah, Eminem was a main ingredient. So to now be on tour with him years later, they invite us out. It's like, it's a crazy feeling. You know, it's a huge honor.
Yeah, what J. Cole said there is interesting because, you know, in your environment, the media that you consume, like we're all just walking collages of pop culture. I'm just a ball of pop culture, basically, right? And you get your influences, what you listen to, and that's going to seep, whether you do it consciously or not, it's going to seep into your artistic output. If you are a creative and output, whatever you do, your media that you do consume is going to be influential, of course. Anyways, we will see you all soon. That was cool. It's interesting to see, and it's good to see, and it's facts. Like, you know, the perception, whatever it may be on social media, that you know, Em is corny or whack and he's way past his prime. He still gets a lot of respect, and he's one of the best of all time. So he's top 10 for me. I don't know where I'd place him. Probably 7 or 8. Depends. It depends. It really depends. But anyways, we'll see you all soon. What was that? I don't know.